Welcome back to the NAMSOFT 68 FOB. Today's video, we're going to be talking about a piece of Vietnam history. To begin, allow me to paint a picture. The date is January 24th, 1966, almost 60 years ago next week. We are in the Binh Dinh province of South Vietnam. This is Operation Masher, later known as White Wing. This is the birth of air mobility. In Operation Masher, White Wing, the helicopter isn't just a transport, it is the lifeline of the 1st Cav. The helicopter became not only a troop transport vehicle, but it also became the resupply truck and the ambulance of the 1st Cavalry Division. The item we're going to be talking about today comes from a veteran who served in the Vietnam War and was there during Operation Masher White Wing. This is a kit first aid aeronautic. This particular model of first aid kit was introduced to the U.S. military during World War II, and only a few things changed from World War II all the way to Vietnam. The one thing being the original World War II version was an OD3, which is more of a khaki color, and this is OD7, which is more of an actual olive drab color. So the first thing that you may notice are these reddish brown stains. I was told that these were blood stains. I was not told where they came from. Next thing you'll notice is this small pouch on the side, which would have held, from what I understand, another tourniquet or possibly some other bandages. This one did not have that. Next, we're going to open it up. So, as you can see inside, there are a handful of medical items. All of these are completely unopened. The first item that we're going to take out and look at, I'm not going to open this package, but as you can see, this is a tourniquet, what seems to be tourniquet non-traumatic camouflaged. So this is a OD green tourniquet made from a canvas webbing. The next item is a 4-inch compressed bandage. I'm not going to open this up, but as you can imagine, this is probably like the drive-on rags that they were given in the first aid kits. The next item in here is the eye dressing. And all of these items are 1965 dated. So this comes with 2 eye pads, sterile, 2 packets, adhesive strips, 2 tubes of boric acid ophthalmic ointment, and then 1 tube of tetracaine ophthalmic ointment. So this is a very unique little package here. This side says open at opposite end. So we're going to check this particular box out because it's already sort of been opened. First thing that you see inside are your 2 eye pads, and these are just like thick pieces of cotton. They are made by the Acme Cotton Products Company. It's very cool. So the next things we have in here, 2 packets adhesive strips. I'm going to imagine that's what these are. And now we have these 3 packages here. This is the tetracaine ophthalmic ointment. It's a very neat little container there. I'm not going to open these. And the next is 2 containers of boric acid ophthalmic ointment. And if I'm correct, these are both dated 1965. So these have some very neat writing on them. I'm not sure if it's focused on it or not. And we're just going to return that back in the order that it came in. The next item on this side is going to be ammonia inhalant. So these are small ampules that would be broken and used like smelling salts. It's exactly what it says on the back, actually. I don't know if that's. We'll take a look at those. These may be. So we're going to look at one of these. It seems that they are individually wrapped and very well protected. You can see that there's some kind of cotton covering on them. I would assume that is to keep it from knocking around and potentially breaking before you need it to. So there are 10 of those in this little package. The next item in our kit is the packet First Aid Filled Brown Dressing. Now this is probably the first of these items that is not camouflaged and OD green. I am not going to open this because this is still in very good condition and has never been opened before. Here it says U.S. Army Carlisle model dyed sterilized dressing. Red color indicates back of dressing. Put other side next to wound. So there are one more of these in this package as well. This one is one size, and this one is significantly larger. This is the same concept. It is a large Carlisle first aid dressing, and it is also in very good condition for its age. So also in this side is another first aid dressing camouflaged medium. So this one would be used very similar to this, but it is a medium size as opposed to the other one in this first aid kit. And the last thing in this side is the gauze petrolatum. It is a 3 by 36-inch sterile bandage, but coated in petroleum jelly. Now, this would have been used for a burn victim or someone that had a surgery done recently that needed to keep the wound moist. This is a very interesting package, and you can see where some of it has seeped into the brown paper over top of what seems to be mylar. The last thing that I haven't mentioned about this kit so far are these two razor blades here, and these are from the Wet Company. These are very cool. They are just slightly rusted. I might be able to remove this covering just very gently to show you the condition. So this would be used to cut any of the gauze or dressings here because sometimes scissors are not available and knives are not as sharp. I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for joining me as we dived into this very unique piece of history. There's something very special about holding an object that was actually in the war and probably saw things that we don't necessarily want to think about or could even fathom. I also want to send a very special thanks to Carl. He's the one who trusted me with this kit, and it honestly made this entire video possible. So thank you very much. I appreciate you trusting me to share the history of this, and thank you for your service. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your curiosity, and I'll see you on the next one on the NamSoft 68 channel.